Yep. So what is up, my teams and my people? I'm not trying to boast myself into ഒരു സ്റ്റേറ്റിലേക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ബൂസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കൊണ്ടുപോകാനൊന്നും ഐ എം നോട്ട് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റഡ് ഇൻ ദാറ്റ്. Definitely clean that, bro. Space ഉണ്ടാക്കി താ. Just prepare me the space and give that to me. Check it out, 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 check it out. No, 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 no. എന്താണ് what is happening? Cool. It's all fucking, that lag. I hate that. The teeth are supposed to be perfectly aligned, but feel something is off somewhere. എവിടെയോ എന്തൊക്കെയോ ഒരു കൊച്ചു തകരാറുകളുള്ളതുപോലെ. Why is that? Maybe because of my cognitive mind which is working in that way, so that me considering myself to think like, okay, you look weird. Yeah, I look weird. And if my mind says, I mean, when it starts to think negatively, that's what about to happen in my real life. And when അപ്പോൾ അതിനുശേഷം ഞാൻ നേരെ ഒരു കണ്ണാടിയൊക്കെ നോക്കുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും then who the fuck is this? Is he an alien from some planet? It doesn't seem human. എന്നൊരു തോന്നൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഉണ്ടാവാനുള്ള ചാൻസ് വളരെയധികം കൂടുതലാണ്. സോ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ our imperfectionsil നമ്മൾ മാക്സിമം പെർഫെക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടിരിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക. Because it is through our imperfections that we actually see something. He's unique എന്നൊരു തോന്നൽ വരണമെന്നാണെങ്കിൽ you need to have imperfections in your life, because without imperfections you are not yourself. ഒരു ലോജിക് ഒന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ച് നോക്കുന്നത്, because you see that what you think about yourself as an imperfect person, you do many wrong things. ചെയ്യാൻ പാടില്ലാത്ത തെറ്റുകൾ പോലും ചിലപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. but still that is what makes you you. മോട്ടിവേഷൻ ക്ലാസ് എടുത്ത് ഇവിടെ എനിക്കാരെയും മെച്ചപ്പെടുത്തണമെന്ന് ഒരാഗ്രഹമില്ല. Who the fuck live the way that you want? Because I'll judge you, but to be honest, no one can actually completely say that he is kind of this, he is kind of that. You can change it any time, any moment, whenever you want. And even if I say that you are a weird person, it doesn't mean that you are going to be a weird all the time. Change വരാം, എപ്പോൾ വേണമെങ്കിലും ചേഞ്ച് ആവും. So at least you need to have that consciousness to change. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് നമ്മളെ തന്നെ മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഏറ്റവും വലിയ കുഴപ്പമായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ കാണേണ്ടത്. Because if we can see ourselves what are we, then there is no use in living, there is no purpose in living. നമ്മൾ വിചാരിക്കും നമ്മുടെ പർപ്പസ് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആവുക ചിലപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നൊരു ജോലി കിട്ടുമ്പോഴായിരിക്കും. and do you think that, man? It's from fucking cliche things that you could ever see from many bullshit things. Internet is fucked up, really fucked up. Yeah, bruh. Ta-da-da-da-da. Ta-ta. Tan-ta-ran-ta-ran-ta-ran. Something fucking bullshit have happened to my internet, bro. It's Geo. എന്നടാ പണ്ണി വെച്ചിറുകെ പുണ്ടാമോനെ. What the fuck is that, bro? മര്യാദക്ക് ഒരു ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റ് പോലും തന്നില്ല എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിൽ some of the worst thing that you could ever experience. ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഒരു ലൈഫ് ഹിസ്റ്ററിയിൽ നിന്നും മനസ്സിലാക്കിയൊരു സംഭവം എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ when internet doesn't have speed, you're fucked up. Which literally means നമുക്ക് if we don't get the speed, ഫോൺ ആയിക്കോട്ടെ, നമ്മൾ ഗെയിം കളിക്കുന്ന ഡിവൈസസ് ആയിക്കോട്ടെ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റിൻ്റെ സ്പീഡ് ആയിക്കോട്ടെ, എനിത്തിങ് സ്പീഡ്, സ്മൂത്ത്നെസ്. സത്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ഞാനും ഫോണുമായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു കോമ്പറ്റീഷൻ സംഭവിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത് വെൻ ഇറ്റ് സ്റ്റട്ടേഴ്സ്, വെൻ ഇറ്റ് ലാഗ്സ്. ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടിയിരിക്കുന്നത് വെൻ ഇറ്റ് സ്റ്റട്ടേഴ്സ്, വെൻ ഇറ്റ് ലാഗ്സ്, വെൻ ദർ ഈസ് നോ സ്പീഡ്. But when it is smooth, I'm so happy. When it is like ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഫോൺ 60 ഹെർട്സിൽ നിന്ന് 120 ഹെർട്സിലോട്ട് അപ്ഗ്രേഡ് ചെയ്തപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും I feel so happy. Like currently ഇതിപ്പോൾ ഈ ഫോൺ എടുത്തിട്ട് ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് more than 1 year ആയി, 1 or 2 years ആയി. But still this phone is completely working smooth, no lag, which keeps me always every day when I wake up, when I see the smoothness, I'm so happy. But when I was using പണ്ട് ഞാൻ മറ്റേ 60 ഹെർട്സിൻ്റെ ഡിവൈസസ് ഒക്കെ യൂസ് ചെയ്തിരുന്ന സമയത്തായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ലിറ്ററലി ഫക്ട് അപ്പ്. അതിനകത്ത് ഗെയിം കളിക്കുന്നതിനിടയിൽ വെച്ചിട്ട് പെട്ടെന്ന് സ്റ്റട്ടേഴ്സ് കയറി വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ഇറ്റ്സ് ഗോണ കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി ടേക്ക് ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് യുവർ ഫക്കിംഗ് കൺട്രോൾ. യു ഗോണ ഫക്കിംഗ് smash that shit out. എസ്പെഷ്യലി ഇപ്പോൾ ഈ ഫോണിൽ കളിക്കുമ്പോൾ പോലും ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ പിന്നെ ദേഷ്യം വരുന്നൊരു സംഭവമാണ് ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ലാഗ് വരുന്ന. പ്രിസൈസ്ലി പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഗെയിംസ് കളിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റ് മൂഞ്ചിക്കണത് അവിടെ ഒരു ലാഗോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സ്റ്റട്ടറിങ്ങോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സ്പീഡ് കുറവോ നമുക്ക് ഫീൽ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇറ്റ് ഗെറ്റ്സ് ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് യുവർ ഹാൻഡ്. I don't know if maybe that could be the reason of me. I wanted myself to work smooth as fuck, but it is never happening because everything what I expect is not gonna work in the way that I'm thinking. But at least my phone is 120 hertz still, so I'm so happy that I can use smoothly. But when the internet fucks me up, that shit get out of my hand, bro. I love when these things happen. Can I just zoom that shit? Oh, the sound of fan is really. How about now? I think it's now it's cool. So that's it, man. I just want to say is you literally need to have that patience. Patience is one of the most important thing that I tried to master, but it just literally fuck me up, like suck my dick, and I was completely like fucked up. Where I can control myself, there are moments where I literally got fucked up, especially when I communicate with women, but due to my anger issues, I have lost several relationships. I'll get fucked up. My ego gets hot, and I'm like, I need to diffuse this ego into somewhere. Where is my second ex, bitch? Mm, it goes through up like that. I would go through such kind of feelings, and it's so hard to change from me. Every time I try to change, I feel like I'm a fake person, like really fake. I can't. I really wanted to change, but I can change. This is like a fixed thing. But people say that you can change the way, but it's hard. You can change, but it's hard because ഞാനിപ്പോൾ നിൽക്കുന്നത് I'm living in a family where my mother is there, my brother is there, and my family is everywhere easily available. So I'm in a great comfort zone. That comfort zone is within me. I'm so, it's like I don't need to worry about anything else. I don't need to worry about money. I don't need to worry about the loan, EMI, everything. Like even if I fail to give the money, somehow it gets, covered up in somehow. So you won't have such kind of attention and all these things. So when you wanted to have a change, it's important to get out of this comfort stage, which literally means take risk. Put your life in risk is where you can actually change your life pattern. If this stays like that, you know what is gonna happen. If you stay like this for long, what is going to happen? Your mother is gonna blame you. Why, you fucking idiot, you sitting here all the time sleeping, just work, and that's it. You have no responsibility. I became more fucking lazy. I get more fucking, I know what, I've become, my character completely get this fucked up. My workout, my body, my physical strength, my mental strength, everything gets into trouble and struggle. That's not good at all. So you need to have that change. The change can only happen when you actually get the fuck out of this place. That is where you could see many women turning into men. Because they are using their freedom righteously, in the sense of their empowerment. Yeah, they're using it righteously, but in the sense of the biological terms and the how our ancestors have passed over our concept about men and female, it's fucked up. It's like you wanna smash the shit out of that bitch if she get the fuck out of our house one more time. But they are using it wisely. Woman, logically they are advanced in the evil way as possible. They think like one of the most evil shit you could ever think. But it never happens. That is the difference. That is why the serial killers are mostly men and not women. Women would only just pass over through their thoughts, but never through actions. Actions are completely for men, and thoughts, that I'm not saying it in the way that you guys thinking of, hey, you are talking stupidity, bro. I'm talking about how the esoteric side have been discussed about the masculine side and the feminine side. This is not from me, but this is from the ancient text that you can actually go and refer. It's kind of a symbolism. It's not a literal meaning. It's a symbolic meaning. Symbolic. Is that the grammar, right? Yeah, symbolic meaning, which literally means masculine are actions and feminine are thoughts. In other words, you could say masculine are the sun and feminine are the moon. They give the light, sun give the light to the moon, and moon brightens up. But in the esoteric side, we don't think about the deep scientific things, but completely deep spiritual and insights is what they're gonna talk about. So, talking about masculinity and femininity, to complete one's achievement and completion in a man, he literally needs to have the balance of masculinity and the femininity. He needs to be man in his actions and female in his thoughts. You know what I mean? It's not transgender. Definitely, it's not transgender. You never need to go below the South Railway Station to get that. You have to, you see many philosophers, many poets, many debaters, speech, like people who talks. Everything comes out of their thought, and the thought is what the feminine side of human nature is. That is why men are supposed to take the action in a family and women are supposed to like give love to the family. You may say that men must be equal to women, but I have seen many feminists say that we are not actually trying to be equally in biologically and physically, but in the sense of theoretically and the sense of salary payment and all this type of things, men must get, a woman must get same thing as men get. You stupid piece of shit. That only works in the theory, not in the practical life. There are many scientific explanations or the theories that is just as the theory itself, but it won't be practical. The same thing is what happening here. And as you know, for example, the anti dark matter device, some kind of device where you can travel faster than the speed of light, but you need to have that antimatter into the existence to have such kind of speed. But currently with our intellectual limitations, it's impossible for us to achieve that state, but theoretically it's possible. The same thing, it's in theory equality is equality, but when it comes to the practical way, no one is equal. No one is equal. You are the people who come and say everyone is different, brothers and sisters. Everyone is really different from each other. They have their own unique thoughts and powers. And the next day you are the one who says men are same as women, women are same as men. Stupid logic. Fucked up logic, to be honest. Men have their own responsibilities to achieve, and women have her own responsibilities. But when I talk about the responsibilities about women, men give the responsibilities to women, because men are people who take actions. They are acting as the leader. They are the captain of the ship. You have seen the Pirates of the Caribbean. There will be a captain who guides the people. It doesn't mean that the captain is more powerful than anyone, but he knows what is going to happen. He knows what to do when this kind of struggle comes into existence. And so what happens? The captain tells you, you go and do that, you go and do this, and just to survive. The end product is you need to survive. That is what the important thing of all. And if you survive, it is not just an action that you need, but a proper planning, a proper work. That is why in most cases you could see women controlling men. In many relationships, even if people who are about 30 plus or who have married, you know, there are many people who are currently controlled by wife. Where is your masculinity? Where are your actions? Where is your childishness? You only take your childishness when you are sexually aroused with the woman. Okay, and you will be so acting like so fucking mature in front of people, but in reality you are just faking yourself. Am I right? You are absolutely right. I know that. I know that. Yeah. Is that the reason I don't marry? Currently, I don't have any plans to marry, but keep fucking. Just keep fucking it right now, because this is our age, bro, to get fucked, to fuck those bitches. You think you can fuck a bitch when she's married, when she have a children? You think that is righteous thing? You know it is righteous only when you know that she is not married, but after you fucked her and you realized, oh, she have a child and she's married to someone, and you're like, what a fucking bitch is this? She didn't even mention that shit. That's fucked up. And you will realize that so late, really late. So now you feel like, bro, whatever have happened. At least let's look for the next one. That is what it would be going through. That is what a person with a youthful mind must be. But when you are someone who is controlled by woman, you are actually selling your masculinity to that girl, to that woman, or to that fucking bitch. And I ain't lying. Woman is more powerful in terms of logical side, but men are mostly powerful in the physical side, but they logically they are also advanced. But when in the case of thinking like a cunning fox, evil side of thoughts, women are far advanced than you. That is why even you have that great power, you would be the elephant in the room, you will have the whole the power of 100 people. But when woman tells you that, don't do it, Charlie, and you will be like, okay, you'll be so happy that there is someone to control you. Is that the balance of masculine and the feminine side? That is. So you are selling your masculinity to get balanced, masculine and feminine. You're balancing the thing within yourself. That is why, as you see in the KGF movie, Rocky Boy, Salam Rocky Boy, Rocky. When you see that movie, it's really evident that he's a fucking rage animal. He rages over anything. But when woman trying to control him, do he fall? He falls sometimes, because that is exact masculinity that we need. You need to know when to control yourself. You know you are someone, you are a beast without a control. You can actually control yourself by your own mindset, by meditation and such fucking stuff. But if you're somehow you don't know how to control yourself, you need a woman in your life. But when woman misuses that logic, misuses her power, now men become a slave. Men literally cannot survive without her. You really want her approval for everything. And that is what we see in this world right now. Everyone, man, being weak, pathetic, they are not able to understand what I need to do, unable to take responsibilities. And a woman coming into your life, completely taking over the control. Now you are fucking slave. You just work for her. Without her, you can survive. And all these stupid thoughts come into your mind. Unless you understand your masculinity and learn to control it by yourself. Now you don't need a woman to marry. You need woman just to fuck. That's it. I'm telling you the honest truth. And anyone who feel like I'm a bit offended, like bro, we are talking like this is not right. Fuck you. This is exactly what is happening. And the rise of weak men is completely huge. And do you actually need a baby in this era, bro? I don't know. I feel like if we are having a baby at this time, at this age, at this time period, it's fucked up. Your baby gonna wake up, the first thing he looks for is not your mother's or your wife's titties. The first thing is the mobile phone, the smartphone. He need to keep looking at it. He need to get entertained. He need to get that self-pleasure. This child is growing into new technologies where the spiritual side is completely weakened. Because when the technology rises, eventually the spiritual side or the spiritual side within our mind get weakened. Because technology is completely based on the evidence and the science and all this type of stuff, but spiritual side is deep within the intellectual side of human. It's an intuitive side of human. And when the technology rises, spiritual side weakens. So the child that is about to come right now is just a product of a machine. He doesn't have any kind of things to do in this world. Even if he comes, you know what I mean, intellectually I think we have almost reached the peak state. You just look around this world, you could see there were times where people were struggling to be famous, really struggling to be famous. And look right now, any stupid bullshit motherfucker could become a celebrity, could get that fame, could get money through internet. Which literally means we are at the peak prime time of human evolution. Because now they can achieve things which seems to be hard at first. It's so easy right now. You do any kind of shit in the social media, you get famous. People start to recognize you. You get money, you get paid, you get that fame. People coming you, taking selfies and autographs, all those things, treating like a celebrity. That's fucked up. That literally means once we used to struggle, now we get like within 5 minutes. For a woman, showing the boobs make millions of money. So this is the prime time. And after the prime time, it is the fucking fall of human evolution. And we are about to step into the deep fall. And you making a children only to be the byproduct of it, it's not good. You just make your children, just fuck your wife and just make a child to fight against this fall, to stand out from this fall. And now he needs to be a monk or someone like that to survive without falling into the trap of metrics.